Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. Today, we will explore the difference between growth mindset and fixed mindset in depth. This will help you identify which mindset you have and learn more about yourself in your personal growth journey and personality building. If you have not yet subscribed, please click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss any new content. Thank you. The people who have a development outlook accept that their true capacity can be created. This uplifting outlook holds that with responsibility, consistent learning, and determination, one can work on their abilities and capacities. Rather than considering capacities to be fixed, one hugs the test of non-stop improvement, transforming endeavors into instruments for growing their true capacity. People with a development outlook embrace difficulties as any open doors for self-awareness. Instead of survey difficulties as dangers, they consider them to be opportunities to learn and develop. This hopeful point of view empowers them to move toward complex circumstances with certainty, as each challenge presents a chance to gain new information and abilities. They view hindrances as any open doors to survive, involving each test as a springboard to arrive at more significant levels of skill and individual mindfulness. Their open and positive mentality transforms difficulties into amazing open doors for proceeded with development. People who embrace a development outlook are dependably anxious to learn and open to new encounters. They are ingenious and able to try past their usual range of familiarity. They comprehend that missteps are a characteristic piece of the growing experience and view them as significant open doors for development. Their longing for information propels them to investigate new ideas, obtain new abilities, and take on strange difficulties. They view each insight, positive or pessimistic, as a chance for individual and expert development, as opposed to dreading disappointment. This open and inquisitive mentality guides them towards a persistent way of improvement. People with a development outlook face disappointment with strength and assurance. They view difficulties and losses as a characteristic piece of the way to progress, instead of indications of powerlessness. This point of view persuades them to gain from negative encounters as opposed to becoming deterred. Their capacity to get back with restored responsibility after a disappointment makes them more grounded and more qualified to confront future difficulties. Versatility is a trademark quality. Each disappointment is a chance to develop and advance towards more significant standards. This is energized by the acknowledgement that misfortunes are a characteristic piece of the excursion. People with a development mentality invite criticism as an opportunity for individual and expert turn of events. They are responsive to both positive and negative input, seeing both as any open doors to work on their abilities. Positive criticism urges them to progress forward with their way, while negative input is viewed as an important manual for defeating restrictions and getting to the next level. Their inclination to continually learn through input makes them more versatile and mindful of their own areas of advancement. This powers a consistent pattern of individual and expert improvement. This viewpoint proposes that capacities are fixed and not exposed to change. In a decent mentality, people accept that their capacities are natural and can't be worked on through exertion or learning. This point of view proposes that capacities are fixed and not exposed to change. Those with this mentality see their ongoing skills as a conclusive impediment instead of a beginning stage for improvement. Restricting points of view can put investigation of new difficulties down, making a static perspective on oneself and restricting the potential for self-awareness. Accepting that capacities are stable turns into an obstruction to advance and improvement. People with a decent mentality will generally try not to challenge circumstances and errands that might challenge their capacities. The apprehension about disappointment, which is inborn in a static self-view, goes about as an obstruction, pushing them to stay inside their usual range of familiarity. This protection from vulnerability and the chance of blunder confines open doors for learning and development. Keeping away from difficulties makes a boundary to individual advancement. It keeps people from encountering new circumstances that could prompt positive turns of events. At last, this restricting demeanor impedes the way to an open and versatile mentality, which is fundamental for managing life's difficulties. People with a decent mentality are excessively worried about their appearance and how others see them. They fear being passed judgment on, founded exclusively on their presentation instead of their self-awareness. This obsession with outside approval can bring about a constant quest for endorsement, prompting a cycle where confidence is intensely impacted by outer perceptions. The feeling of dread toward being decided for execution can deter people from investigating new difficulties, as accomplishment frequently turns into a basic standard for confidence. This emphasis on appearance might thwart authentic self-investigation and the quest for characteristically significant objectives. The decent mentality deciphers disappointment as an affirmation of one's limits instead of a learning and open door. This negative point of view emphasizes disgrace and self-assessment, creating a pattern of horrendous self-response. The conviction that capacities are fixed and changeless impacts the pessimistic response to disappointment, transforming disappointments into individual indications of shortcoming. A negative attitude toward errors can restrict the capacity to gain from them. It means a lot to confront disappointment with strength rather than renunciation to advance self-improvement and accomplish potential. This evades a decent outlook. People with a decent outlook frequently stay away from basic input since they dread it will harm their mental self-portrait. They oppose criticism since they stress over bad assessments, instead of review input as an opportunity for development. This revulsion can upset personal growth, keeping them according to acquiring new viewpoints and improving their abilities. People might become caught in restricting idea designs, denying themselves of the chance to foster an open and versatile attitude. It is basic to address basic criticism helpfully to conquer hindrances and progress toward a development mentality. Thank you for observing to the end. If you liked the video, please leave a like and comment to support the channel. Thank you and see you next time.